With nearly 17 million Americans filing new unemployment claims in the last 3 weeks, the president is eager to open the country again for business by May 1st.
I call it the Opening Our Country Task Force or Opening Our Country Councils. I'm going to have to make a decision, and I only hope to God that it's the right decision. But I would say without question, it's the biggest decision I've ever had to make.
Yes, the biggest decision Trump has ever had to make. Even bigger than when he had to decide whether to abort Eric or let him finish high school. Now, the president isn't wrong. Figuring out when to open the country is an extremely complicated decision, right? For one, experts have warned that if the country is opened too soon, we could experience a second wave of coronavirus by July or even August. Because corona might seem like it's finished, but if we're not careful, all of a sudden, it can come back even stronger, you know? Think of coronavirus like that one singer in a black church. Was blind, but now I see. Thank you so much. Ooh, I see. Now I see. And here's another thing. Medical experts have also warned that without sufficient testing, it's hard to send everyone back into the world because you'll have no way to know who has the virus and who's already immune. And let's be honest, right now, America is still worse at testing than Aunt Becky's kids. Okay, now one solution that is being looked at by some countries is what's being called an immunity passport, which would allow people who have already survived coronavirus to move around freely. And that's a pretty decent idea, but the only concern is that if people who've had corona can move around freely, then some people might want to get the virus intentionally so that they can also move around freely, right? And it makes sense. It's the same way everyone rushes to lose their virginity at prom so that they get to hang out with the cool kids at college. So there are a lot of things to consider here. And President Trump, he says that he's going to base his decision to reopen the economy on, quote, a lot of facts and a lot of instincts also. And this is the same guy whose instincts told him to look directly into the sun during an eclipse.
For all we know, it might give you superpowers. No one else has done it. Have you ever asked why?
Now, on coronavirus specifically, Trump's instincts have been wrong from the start. In fact, yesterday at his daily presser, Trump was asked what he did to prepare for corona during the month of February. And he very angrily couldn't come up with an answer.
The argument is that you bought yourself some time and you didn't use it to prepare hospitals, you didn't use it to ramp up testing. Right now,
you're so disgraceful. It's so disgraceful the way you said it. Let me just, listen, I just went over it.
Or this rant supposed to make people
I just went over it.
In an unprecedented crisis.
Nobody thought we should do it. And when I did it...
But what did you do with the time that you bought?
You know
the
we
month
did?
of February.
You know what we did?
Gap.
What do you do?
Month of February.
What do you do when you have no case in the whole United States?
You had cases
when
in February.
excuse me, you reported it. 0 cases, 0 deaths on January 17th.
January. February, the entire
January.
month of
I said in
Your video
January.
has a complete gap.
On
Month of
January
February.
30th.
What did your administration do in February with the time that your travel ban bought
A
you?
lot.
What?
A lot. And in fact, we'll give you a list. What we did, in fact, part of it was up there. We did a lot. Look. You know you're a fake. You know that. Your whole network, the way you cover it, is fake. And most of you, and not all of you, but the people are wise to you. That's why you have a lower approval rating than you've ever had before, times probably 3.
Okay, that was a masterclass in dodging the question. Trump pulled every single trick in the book. He said he'll give the proof later. He then tried to change the topic, and then he even called the reporter a fake. I feel like he was 2 seconds away from just pretending that he doesn't speak English.
Sorry, folks. No habla inglés. So few hablas. 0 hablas.